Your morning doesn't go wrong when you hit snooze. It goes wrong when the first decision of your day isn't really yours. Your phone makes it. Your notifications make it. The habit you fell into years ago makes it. And before you've even properly opened your eyes, you're reacting. That's why this isn't really a video about waking up earlier. I'm not going to tell you to get up at 4 in the morning, take an ice bath and complete an hour-long routine before the rest of the world is awake. Most people don't need a more impressive morning. They need one small part of the morning that still belongs to them, because the way you start the day can shape what happens next. Not because one imperfect morning has the power to ruin everything, but because your first few actions can either put you in the driving seat or leave you responding to whatever reaches you first. Think about what happens on an ordinary morning. The alarm goes off. You reach for your phone just to check the time. Then you see a message, an email, a headline, something somebody posted. Within a few minutes, your attention has been pulled into other people's plans, problems, and opinions. You haven't decided what matters yet, but the outside world has already started deciding for you. That doesn't mean you're lazy or undisciplined. Your brain naturally leans towards what is familiar and easy, especially when you're tired. If your phone is beside you and checking it is what you normally do, that choice can happen before you've even had time to think about it. The answer isn't to judge yourself, it's to interrupt the pattern. Not with a perfect routine, with one deliberate decision. That decision might be getting out of bed before you open an app. It might be drinking a glass of water, opening the curtains, standing quietly for a minute, or writing down the one thing that matters today. The action itself can be small. What matters is the message behind it. I chose how this day began. That's what I mean by a morning anchor. One simple action that tells you the day has started on your terms. It isn't meant to make you feel powerful every morning. Some mornings you won't feel powerful at all. You'll feel tired, distracted, irritated. You may have slept badly. You may have a child who is awake during the night, an early shift, medication to take, pain to manage, or somewhere you need to be before you've had time to think. Real life doesn't pause so you can perform a beautiful routine. Your morning anchor has to work inside the life you actually have. If you have an hour to yourself, fine, use it well. If you have 10 minutes before the school run, use 10 minutes. If you have 30 seconds before somebody needs you, use 30 seconds. The point isn't the length. The point is that one decision was yours. This is where a lot of morning advice falls apart. It gives everybody the same routine, as if everybody has the same job. Energy, health, responsibilities, and home life. They don't. A routine that only works when everything goes smoothly isn't a useful routine. It's a performance. A useful routine still has a version you can do on a difficult day. So choose 2 versions of your morning anchor, the normal version and the minimum version. Your normal version might be 10 minutes without your phone while you get ready and think through the day. Your minimum version might be putting both feet on the floor, taking one slow breath and deciding what deserves your attention first. If you're not sure what your anchor should be, don't copy somebody else's. Start with the part of your morning that usually takes control away from you. If you lose 20 minutes scrolling, your anchor might be leaving your phone out of reach until you're dressed. If you wake up feeling overwhelmed by everything you have to do, write down one priority before you look at anything else. If you feel slow and foggy, your anchor might be opening the window, stepping outside, or moving your body for 2 minutes. And if your mornings are genuinely chaotic, make the decision the night before. Put out what you need. Write the first task on a piece of paper. Decide what happens before the phone gets your attention. Choose the anchor that answers your real problem, not the one that looks best online. Then make it easy to begin. If your anchor is drinking water, put the glass where you'll see it. If it's writing one sentence, leave the notebook open. If it's avoiding your phone, charge it somewhere you can't reach without getting out of bed. You don't need to test your willpower every morning. A small amount of preparation can remove the argument before it starts. And be careful not to turn one anchor into a list of 10 things. The moment it becomes a full routine, it becomes easier to abandon on a difficult day. One action, done consistently. That's enough to begin. The minimum version matters because it removes the excuse that the full routine is impossible today. You're not asking yourself to create the perfect morning. You're keeping one small promise. And keeping small promises to yourself is how trust is built. Not through one dramatic day, through repetition. You begin to see yourself differently. You stop thinking, I'm trying to become more disciplined, and start recognizing, I'm someone who makes one deliberate choice before the day takes over. That identity matters because motivation changes, energy changes, life changes. A small action you recognize as part of who you are is easier to return to when motivation disappears. But there is something else you need to hear. If you check your phone first tomorrow, the day is not ruined. If you oversleep, miss your anchor, or have a chaotic morning, you haven't failed. You can restart at 9 in the morning, at lunchtime, at 3 in the afternoon. The first deliberate decision of your day does not have to be the first thing that happened. It can be the moment you notice you've been reacting and choose to take your attention back. That might mean closing an app and completing one task, stepping outside for a minute, writing down the next useful action, making the call you've been avoiding. You don't need to write off an entire day because the first hour went badly. That all-or-nothing thinking causes more damage than the difficult morning itself. This isn't about controlling every part of your day. You can't. Other people will need things from you. Work will interrupt you. Plans will change. Some days will be messy for reasons that have nothing to do with your discipline. The goal is much smaller and more realistic. Create one point in the morning where you choose instead of react. Then create another point later in the day if you need it. Over time, those deliberate moments begin to change the shape of your day, not because you've discovered a miracle routine, but because you're no longer giving away your attention without noticing. And attention matters. What you repeatedly give your attention to becomes what fills your day. If your attention is claimed by notifications, other people's urgency, and whatever appears on a screen, your own priorities are left fighting for whatever energy remains. But if you decide what matters before the noise begins, even briefly, you give yourself a better chance of acting on it. So here's the 7-day challenge. Before you look at your phone each morning, do one thing you chose in advance. Keep it small enough that you can still do it on your hardest, realistic morning. Open the curtains, drink some water, stand outside for 1 minute, write one sentence, decide on your most important task. Choose one, use the same anchor for 7 days. And if you forget one morning, don't restart the challenge next Monday. Continue the next day. This is about building something you can return to, not proving that you can be perfect. At the end of the 7 days, don't ask whether the routine transformed your life. Ask something more useful. Did I begin more of my days deliberately? Did I notice when I was reacting? Was it easier to return to what mattered? That's the real test, not whether your morning looked impressive, whether it felt like yours. So what will your morning anchor be for the next 7 days? Write it in the comments. Keep it simple enough that you'll actually do it. Subscribe if you want more of this. No hype, no fake energy, just the truth. Don't wait to feel ready. Rise anyway. This is Arizin.